Right folks, I've got another R32 video for you guys today. As I mentioned in the previous video, we're finally addressing the paint condition on the car. Now if you've been following this series up until now, I think there's been about 4 or 5 videos, you'll know that the Tornado Red paintwork on the car is actually kind of pink. You might actually be able to see the car right there. I'm actually in my GTI because I had to drive down to Warsaw. We're here at Midlands Car Care. It has already gone through a few bits of prep, so we're going to go inside and start the paint correction today. But yeah, what we'll do, turn this thing off and yeah, head inside and meet the guys here. Right folks, here we are with the pink R32. We're here with the main man Russ, Midlands Car Care.
So it's just come back from the body shop. We've had the wing mirrors painted black.
Yep.
We're going to tint the indicators under there just to kind of complete that black look.
Yep.
There's also a little bit of lacquer peel on the A-pillar.
Yep.
On the passenger side, some of our guys have resprayed that as well for you.
The first thing we're going to be doing is giving it a nice wash, aren't we?
Yeah, exactly. So a multi-stage wash and decontamination. So that will get the paintwork completely clean and to a point where we can start the machine correction.
For sure.
So we'll wash it, decontaminate it, clay it, put it inside, then we'll inspect all the paintwork to see where we're going to go with the paint correction.
Sweet.
Okay, so what we've done so far, so we've snow foamed it just to begin to break down any dirt that's on the paintwork, rinse that off, and then we've made a contact wash with a wash mitt and some car shampoo.
Sweet.
That's then been rinsed off again. And now we're just going around, and if there's any tar deposits on the car.
Yep.
The only thing we need to watch, obviously we know the bonnet and the wings aren't clear coated, so we can't really use the fallout remover.
Sweet.
On the bonnet and the wings. You can sometimes get a reaction.
Is that all tar?
Yeah. I don't know if we've got enough here. Folded the towels, fresh.
Right.
No black on the top, no tar.
I've done that.
One wing, we've got a black towel. So a lot of people either getting this off with clay, which is just an inefficient way of doing it, or they'll just machine polish over the tar. But obviously then you're just working the tar into the paint, gets the pad clogged up, so it makes the paint correction take longer.
Of course.
It's worth spending the time to get these things off correctly.
Right, so another stage of the wash.
Okay, so this is using a fallout remover, and what this does is this safely melts any kind of iron-based contamination that's embedded into the clear coat. You can see here where it's turning purple. Leave this about 4 or 5 minutes, and then we'll give this a rinse off.
That is probably the nicest microfiber I've seen.
They're not cheap,
It's like a towel.
Literally, people don't use stuff this nice to dry themselves with.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they will. Surprised you didn't match the towel with the car. Have a pink towel.
Mate, I tried. You know, I ordered one, didn't come.
Oh.
Coronavirus. Right? Got the gloves.
Yeah, Claire's got the gloves. Time for the R32 to go in. Right, so I moved the Edition 30 here as well. It's just Mark 5's taking over his place today. But yeah, make sure you go and drop a follow on the Instagram page. I'm going to put it in the description and on the screen. Also, if you do enjoy content on cars like these and whatever we've got coming up in the future, plenty of stuff happening, make sure you do subscribe to the channel, especially if you are new here. Helps a lot. Russ has just left me outside. But yeah, make sure you go and subscribe. Paint inspection time.
Paint inspection time.
We're going to see how many swirls there are.
That's it. So this car's unique. So not only am I dealing with swirl marks, we've also got some repainted panels. We did a little test spot here on Tuesday. The paint hasn't been clear coated. Right. So it's a single stage red, and that's why it's turned pink in the sun. So we need to treat those panels differently. I'm going to have loads of pink pads. Unfortunately, tonight there.
Yeah.
I think the roof, the wings, the bonnet, and possibly that rear quarter have been resprayed in this way, and then the rest of the paint is the original paint.
Okay.
Obviously we're going to wrap the roof with Hexis gloss back vinyl. Yep. But we still need to get this paint sharp.
Of course, yeah.
Also, obviously, we store the headlights, so they're a little bit oxidised, a bit cloudy. So we'll take that back, and then we'll install self-healing paint protection film that will not only protect them from UV rays, but also stop any stone chips. The roof is shocking. Here, obviously, this is fresh paint from our paint shop, but you can see you got like 3 different.
Yeah.
Fresh paint, swirly paint, and pink paint.
With this, it looks almost like it's rained on the car, and the rain's kind of just like left like water spots all over it, and as well as fading.
And then we have also got, obviously, the rest of it swelled to death. If I can just turn some lights off, we'll have a look at this rear quarter panel. So obviously that looks okay, and then you put the light on it and you can see, see all these swirls. It's an absolute mess. But what you can see when you move the light are these holograms, and what's happened there is usually a body shop, they've gone in with a needlessly aggressive pad and polish, and they've left their marks behind. You see the whole side of the car.
Yeah, it's
not in a good way. And again, even though this looks great, it looks great in your videos and on the photos, with this gone, because this absolutely robs the colour of gloss and pop. So once that's gone and we've put our coating on top, it'll look absolutely insane.
Russ is going to run us through some of the stuff that's going to be used. The car is going to, of course, have to stay here. That's why I brought the GTI with me. And we'll get a few 50/50s or a few panels today before I get out of your way and let you crack on, of course.
No problem. So I just thought it'd be good just to show people kind of, people say detailing, they don't realise maybe how much stuff you actually need.
Yeah.
So we get through endless towels, different kinds of towels for different things. Obviously, we have to use a wider range of compounds, polishes and pads. So every car manufacturer's paint is slightly different. You've got what's called hard paint, soft paint. Generally, these are quite hard.
Yeah.
So we've got the Roots Wool Coarse, which are really good, and this new to market Shell S2 Black, which is supposed to be amazing. So we'll probably use that on the OE paint, and then depends on how the pink panels react. We may need a different combination on those.
Okay.
Obviously, various products for tyre dressing, interior. This is obviously our polisher. Lighting, massively important. So we've got the full scan grip range, so we can see what we're doing. And then at the end, obviously, there's no point in doing all that hard work for it to go back pink again or get swirly again. So we've recently teamed up with this newer coating company called Titan Coatings. What's unique about their offering is it will actually self-heal to an extent under a heat source.
Okay.
Any marks or small marks that you pick up, you can either pop the car outside on a hot day or use a heat gun, and those marks will all disappear.
Okay.
And it should, or it will rather, stop the pink going. Once we've turned it red, it should stay
red.
Exactly.
That should be awesome. Russ has got all the main gear here.
All the main gear.
Main man for the job.
No idea. 50/50s are great for photos and video. It's not really ideal because you could leave a bit of a lip in the lacquer. So we'll do a couple just for test sections. Light, but I wouldn't usually do them around the car.
We'll do a little montage of the machine polishing and show you guys how the 50/50 turns out after it's done.
So what we can see here, unfortunately the panel's very, very, very orange peeling. This is aftermarket paint. But obviously the UV damage that's occurred, we've managed to restore. So again, reiterating the point, we wouldn't normally do a 50/50 line, but obviously it's really useful for kind of explaining the point. And you agree that it's okay for us to do.
Yeah, of
you
course.
can see here, damaged oxidised paint, and then machine polished paint. Not perfectly reflective because of the orange peel. I can't really get into wet sanding paint that I don't know. I do if it was OE or my own body shop, but I can't do that with this paint that I don't know.
Of course,
But it's still a major improvement.
It's actually red, which is the main thing we wanted.
That's it. And again,
look at that.
Claire's done a bit on the wing around here.
Just look at the difference from here, guys. Just from stand there, red R32, pink R32.
We started out with a test section here, quite a light combination actually, but Claire's managed to just take the oxidisation off the wing, and I think from this angle here
it's definitely noticeable. There is, of course, multiple different stages are going to be going on with this car. Russ has gone through a few here.
A few stages here. I'll just turn the lights off so we can get a better idea. So you can see here on the rear quarter, somebody's absolutely butchered the paint with a polisher.
Yep.
And then as we go up, this is where we've cut it.
Yep.
And then a bit further it's refined. You can see there's hardly any defects there, and it's a nice clear reflection.
Of course.
So we've got here, one stage, a few holograms, a few marks, but generally, it's better. And then after it's been refined, it's pin sharp and looking good. We could probably take that further again with a softer foam pad, but I think that's looking good.
So when a detailer says stage 1, stage 2, stage 3 detail, like for example, I know what that means in car performance terms, downpipe and intercooler.
This is a stage 2 plus, yeah. So basically, obviously, depending on the starting defects, obviously, if we one stage this, you'd still see about 40% of the defects.
Okay.
So what we've done is we've gone in with a heavier cut, which has knocked these marks back. But then you then need another stage, another polishing step with a lighter combination to take these marks out, which is what we can see here.
Yeah.
So this has been two-staged.
Right,
Stage
okay.
2.
Stage 2. Started off as the cheapest R32 in the UK. It's probably going to be one of the nicest looking ones after this is done. I'm going to head off now. The R32 is going to continue through the process. There's going to be plenty of stuff going on. But yeah, we'll skip ahead to that portion of the video now anyway. Right folks, so we're back at Midlands Car Care. It's been a few days. The R32's inside. But yeah, let's go see what's happening. Right, Russ, what are we thinking?
It's good, it's okay. So obviously 14 years old, 168,000 miles, heavy mileage. It has had a little bit of paint, which I think is to be expected.
Yeah.
On a car of this age, which has obviously made the detail a bit more difficult than say a newer car like this M6 behind us.
Yep.
Nice colour.
It's
It's
so
a little bit
bright.
unfortunate that we've got that texture, but it's not too far off the rest of the car now.
No, it's for what this car is, which was the cheapest R32 in the UK. For it to be looking like this is probably, it's just unreal. We've also had the headlights restored. I believe these have got PPF on them, which is going to set after a few days.
Correct. So these have literally just been installed this morning, so they're a little bit wet still, so they do look a little bit hazy. But obviously when that dries out, that'll look crisp.
Awesome.
The wing mirrors, obviously our body shop's painted these gloss black for you, and then we've used Lux Light Tin Mid. And the indicators just to give that kind of complete black look.
Yeah, so it's like one cohesive mirror unit. It matches with the wind deflectors and the roof. We've gone ahead and wrapped this, haven't we?
We've wrapped it again, so the roof and it looks like the driver's side quarter and the roof have both been painted together at different times to the bonnet and the wing. So if you just go around to the quarter, so obviously you can see there's these bits in the paint, which is basically dust. So as they've painted the car, it's not in a perfectly clean environment, maybe not even in a spray booth.
Yeah.
These have been left in the paint. Again, you can't really get into wet, sand your nose out.
It's basically had a bit of a bodge sort of paint job on this bit here.
But then unfortunately that then continues onto the roof. So you can see these imperfections. That's not us being bad at wrapping, that's actually in the paint on the roof. So we've gone ahead with that. It still gives you obviously a new look, but obviously you just have to, if anyone sees it in public, yeah, them boys can't wrap. It's
literally the paint of this car is like this, so that's why you're going to get these little bits.
And we've just gone around all the edges.
Yep.
Didn't have any paint on. I think that might be part of your montage as well.
Yeah,
and
so
just use some red paint just to kind of hide those for you.
Sweet.
New number plate on the back.
Yeah, so basically I've went ahead and got a plate from the dealership because I love having, just like it's saying, like a VW dealer at the bottom. It had the quality factor plate or before on there, so freshens up the rear. Bumper has all been sort of treated as well, so the plastics are nice.
Yeah, we've got the exhaust as good as we could. Obviously the carbon build up on these was significant. I think if I had another couple of hours, we could maybe get them a bit better. We've got like a thing that goes on a drill that would maybe break through that, but I think it's a lot better than it was.
100%. Let me know in the comments if you guys think I should get this painted in gloss black, and also the front fins as well to match the grille, because we've got this really shiny gloss black grille which we installed before. Then these fins are the original ones, so it could be a shout.
Yeah, and then also the other big one, which is new to market in the UK, so we've got, everyone knows, I think most people know what paint protection film is, but you can now get black paint protection film.
Right.
So it will still self-heal.
Yep.
So these were basically white, they were that bad, they were at a point where they can actually be restored. So it was either respray job, new B pillars, or black PPF. So we black PPF'd them,
they look like new.
and now they look fresh.
Yeah, look at the red in the, well, say sunlight, the cloudiness. Massive difference. Xenons have come on already. Yeah, look at that. Unreal. Unreal. Yeah, look, the headlights actually look blue now. Now you smashed it, Russ, for sure.
Thank you.
This is more than what I would have expected, to be honest. All I wanted was for the pink to be gone, but this thing looks like we're back in 2005 with the new R32.
Yeah, I think you definitely need to get these bits down here painted gloss black.
Yeah.
There's a few grazes as well, which would be good to kind of get these kind of blown over.
Make sure you guys do come and check out Midlands Car Care. Come and see the main man Russ here, who's now taking photos of his hard work. Drop a follow on their Instagram, subscribe to the channel if you do enjoy this kind of content. And yeah, stay tuned for the next video because we're likely going to be getting some flames at the back of this thing. But yeah, take care guys, and I'll see you in the next one.